We hear so much about Facebook pages being dead, organic reach is dead, and you know that is simply not true. And one of the people that I swear to you is the absolute top in proving just how untrue that is our amazing friend here at ManyChat. Her name is Rachel Miller, and she, oh my gosh, is my personal go-to Facebook ninja and all things Facebook organic reach and magic that can happen with your Facebook page, with your Facebook group, and with your messenger bot. And we're going to be bringing her on today. And before we do that, I'm going to bring you another favorite person of mine, Farah, who is going to tell us a little bit about what's going to be happening at the Conversations Conference, which is coming up in September. And I know you want to be there. So Farah, take it away.
Hey Molly, hey Many Chatters, good morning. I'm so excited for this amazing Meet the Speakers. Molly and Rachel are going to be definitely digging in with some key topics about how to make your business just go to the next level with Messenger and Facebook. It's awesome. And on top of that, you're going to just get a sneak peek of what you can expect at Conversations. It's going to be amazing. We have amazing speakers like Neil Patel, Mari Smith. We even have Facebook leadership coming to talk about some of the Facebook changes that are going on. We've got HubSpot coming to talk about messenger marketing. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. And Molly, you know that we've been speaking with so many experts, just giving different secret tips on how to take your bot to the next level and scale businesses. So it's going to be awesome. And Tamila, who's not here, has been working super hard on just creating an amazing experience. We're going to have food trucks, there's going to be a big bash with local music from Austin. I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend. So yeah, and I don't want to forget that prices are going up, so make sure everyone snags tickets before our price increases. And we'll be sharing a 15% off discount code with viewers who are tuning in today to snag those tickets. I'm super excited, and I'm so excited to meet everyone in Austin too.
Oh my gosh, so good. And I'm so glad that Farah mentioned this, which if you give us the word moolah below this, you're going to get access to show notes from today, because I know that Rachel is going to be dropping all of the nuggets that are going to be blowing our minds as she shares with us about how she grew her business from multiple six figures to multiple mils using the Facebook ecosystem, which she's going to be sharing more with us about today. I also want to tell you, dude, oh my gosh, in addition to the magic that we're going to be talking about with conference, like Farah just shared, all of the amazing people that you'll be able to meet when you come join us in September at the Conversations Conference. In addition to Rachel Miller, we will have Mari Smith, which was just announced, Randy Zuckerberg, Neil Patel. Oh my gosh, it is going to be awesome. And right before I bring Rachel up, I just want to share. This is pretty dang crazy. So I actually met Rachel, I don't know, was it 2 years ago? That is insane. And I knew as soon as I heard this woman speak, I was like, oh my God, who are you? And how do I take your brain and implant it into my own? Because the way that she thinks is unlike probably anyone else that I have ever met. And just to drop a few little stats, if you don't know who she is, if you do know who she is, give us an I love Rachel in the chat, and make sure that you sprinkle this video amongst your friends, because you're going to be the hero in your community, which is a tip that Rachel actually shared with me. You are the hero when you share this stuff, because it's going to be so good. So she has brought pages to over 2 million in fans. Crazy town. I think there's even a cat page that she brought to that much, which she doesn't even have cats. Also, she has sold 100,000 copies of 2 books. 100,000 copies of 2 books. And she did it twice for her clients as well. Plus, oh my gosh, 45 of her customers, of her students, got single posts to over a reach of over 10 million organically. If you want to know something about this, I want you to give her the biggest fireworks show, which is when you drop us all of the those things that we can't ask for. Give us all of them, and let's bring the amazing Rachel Miller to the show.
Hello, Molly. Okay, I do want to clarify, my cat page did not go to 2 million. So that only got to 200K. So we're, just so you know, only 200K without cats. And
I mean, but
I know.
The cat page is the craziest story to me.
I know, that was a joke. It started literally, I was cussing out my neighbor's cat. It was a long story, but another story for another day, but it was a fun one. So I'm thrilled to get to be here with you guys. I loved ManyChat's conversation conference last year. I had the time of my life. Like not only did I have a blast speaking, which was awesome, but when I got off the stage, I had a blast talking to the attendees, because there are people there who are running agencies. There are people there who are selling stuff with e-products. There are people there who are like me, a mom at home, working from home.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention, how many kids do you have? Let's just drop that as well.
I have 6 kids, and they're threatened to, like, you will not have computer time ever again if you talk or interrupt me. So hopefully they'll be behaving themselves. They're right outside my room. So, it is summer break, and I have children. So this is
okay, so mine have already made their cameos on this series already. So I think that's happening.
I'm trying to stay professional here. But yes, I do. But here's the thing. With technology like Messenger, ManyChat, with technology of getting to meet with other people and have them challenge us to new things that we haven't thought of, we can run a multi-7-figure business from our 10 by 10 office with our kids in the other room. Like,
seriously,
there is no ceiling for us now. We can bash through that ceiling. Yeah,
I'm trying to mute myself first. Like,
she's speechless. Has anyone ever had Molly speechless?
I was trying to check on my watch party, and I didn't want the sound to start going. Okay,
you're good. I can keep talking, Molly.
I know. I was like, wait, Rachel's speeches too? Okay, so we are going to dive in. What Rachel is going to be sharing with us at conference is more information about this concept that she uses called that she created, the Facebook ecosystem. Yeah. So do you want to share with us? I would love you. Okay.
She's out for your people. So.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm such a dork. Okay. Like, basically, guys, how to say it? ManyChat, it makes you money, but you need more than just Messenger to make money. You need a Facebook page to make money, because you have to run ads from somewhere. But you need more than like an ad that does nothing, that doesn't have a relationship, to make money. So, like, the page is not by itself. Our Messenger chat.
Okay, wait. Let's actually, before we get into this, I think let's actually like really explain this, because I think that so often people think that when they hear about the amazing results that people are getting with ManyChat, when they're adding these bots to their businesses, people are like, oh, all I need is a bot. I'm just going to turn it on and it's going to throw dollars at my face, which sometimes that happens, but not without proper business foundations. Like, before you even get to your Facebook page, you need to actually have something that you plan on selling people, right? Like, dollars don't appear unless you have some sort of offer to make at some point.
Well, actually, I think you don't need an offer yet if you have your page and your Messenger chat. Because if you have your page and you have an audience on it, you use Messenger chat to ask your audience,
totally,
what do you want? And you do not make your product from your head until you ask your audience what they're, I'm going to tell a story about my mom. And I love my mom dearly, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's taught me so many entrepreneur skills, but like, I got to watch her failures too. Does that make sense? And
totally.
She had this idea. I grew up in an Amish Mennonite community, and they don't do pictures of people, which is hilarious, because like, I'm on Facebook Live.
Right.
And I like, selfie lady. Oh, I'll get the camera out. I'll be up there. So anyways, I don't fit in. Does that make sense? But anyways, my mom had this idea. They don't want pictures taken of them. I'm going to make faceless statues of their families to sell to them. So that way they can remember their family, like their moment of how their kids looked.
Let's just go back and highlight like what this, because I love this so much. And we have this whole, and at my company, The Prepared Farmer.
Everyone else looks at this as like, that's a horrible idea. But my mom seriously thought it was great. Like,
okay, and here's the thing about, like, I love the concept of selling it first. And this goes so well. And you teach such amazing strategies about this, which include like talking to your community and actually getting their feedback. And I could see someone coming up with an idea like that without ever asking anyone, or like selling it first before they built the faceless statues.
My mom has a lot of great ideas. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to, but this one wasn't one of them. And she has made in her own right, her businesses have earned money that I was blown away by when I was a kid. So, and she set the foundation in my life that I became a female entrepreneur while I was raising children, because I saw my mom doing it. So it's a huge thing. So I'm not trying to discount it, but like, mom, statueless faces, statues you're going to sell to people as like photos of their family at the stage. I don't think that's going to work, Mom. Okay, the thing is, we have to talk to our audience. So my mom made like, I don't know, 20 of these statues and tried to sell them, and it wasn't really working until she talked to her audience, and she found out what they actually wanted was someone to buy their quilts.
Ooh, yeah, totally.
Now she talked to her audience. She already had the Mennonite and the Amish community as her audience. She talked to them, and now she has a successful quilt business where she sells Amish-made quilts. But that's not where she started. She started trying to sell faceless statues, like little figurine things.
Okay, but so back to like what I was saying before. Also, someone could come into a situation like this, add a messenger bot, like know that their faceless statues are not being sold, and then think that a bot could fix it. But the problem is not the bot, the problem is the product, right?
Or so even the audience. It's usually either the wrong audience, because maybe there's someone that wants a faceless statue. I don't think so, Mom, but maybe faceless statues, somebody probably would want to buy it. So it could be the audience, it could be the messaging, it could be the way she was talking about her statue, or it could be the actual product and the content, like what she was delivering. And I think her issue is the content and the product. But you're going to find that out by having that audience, and that's what you have your page for. And you grow that list, and then you have to talk to them. You have to have a conversation with them to see if this will work and if this will sell.
And this is something that, I think when we met, were messenger bots messenger bots were around when we met. But for me, I think it seems that, correct me if I'm wrong, that even before messenger bots were here, something that you were really big about was actually talking to your audience, having that communication, make sure that you're, learning from them and listening to them.
And before Messenger Chat, we had to have that conversation kind of publicly on our pages and conversations back and forth, or even in groups where they're dialoguing with each other. And that's still extremely valuable. You still want to have those conversations on your page. You still want to have them in your groups, but take it farther. Take it farther, guys. Go from your page, from the video to Messenger. So they go into Messenger, just like you are here. You comment, you're going to get the show notes. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to bring that into a private conversation. And Facebook has literally said in the last community summit meeting that they had, they literally said that those private conversations are something they're really valuing at this time. So we've noticed personally, when we bring those conversations off of our page into a private space, our page gets more reach. So we've done this time and time again, tested and seen. Your page, your videos will get more reach when you add a conversation to them. So even if you're just saying, hey, howdy, hi, ho, how are you doing today? You're not actually even asking them questions. That's still going to build your audience, still going to build your business while you're thinking of what kind of product am I going to make for these people?
Yes, because I've heard people say that when Facebook, even the most recent update, which to me, the last few updates they've made about more focus on individual connections, they've all kind of been saying the same thing, just again, and more emphatically. But this last one, when they said that they're going to be showing us things from close people that we are close friends or whatever, someone was saying it's impossible to do that when you have a business page with over 100,000 likes. And I'm like, no, it's not. This is how we do it, right? It's so possible.
So we have somebody just this week who yesterday, she used her Facebook page to bring 247 people to her store at one time. We've helped, we've seen 2 weeks ago, we had a girl who just started her page. She crossed 1,000 fans and is reaching 10,000 with her page. Every single post, her page is 2 weeks old. So this is—
I have a question about that, because sometimes I think when people hear these numbers that you drop, I've seen it happen, and I'm in Rachel's program actually, even though I am also teaching about Facebook Live and things like that, as soon as I met Rachel, I was like, I'm joining your course, because there are so many little nuances that you share that are so crazy valuable, just to put that out there. I also think that there's some things that you teach that people are either afraid to do, or they just think they're not that big of a deal. And to me, it seems like skipping those things, I see it time and time again. And I would be interested to know what those things are. What are the key pieces that most people will look over, even if you told them these are the things that you need to do?
Oh, it's bad. I mean, basically, guys, do you actually love your audience, or do you love yourself? So a lot of times the problem is that you love yourself so much that you're not actually serving your audience anymore. So you're talking about your product. I feel so bad because I keep bringing up Rob and his refrigerator, but I was at a conference, like an event.
Okay.
Chat, but it wasn't ManyChat. And I was at an event, and he found out that I'm good at helping people build audiences and helping people with Facebook. So he wants me to sell his refrigerators on Facebook. So he's coming around and he's following me, and he's like, "Do you need a refrigerator? I can get you a discounted refrigerator if you want to talk about it. How about I give you a refrigerator and you like build out my ad campaigns?" And I'm like, no, I think I'm good. I'm going to go get a drink now. I'm going to walk like all the way over there. And he's like, great. So about these fridges then. And I'm like, that is exactly what each and every one of us do when we don't have a conversation with our people. Like, we literally are just stalking them because they happen to land on our ad. I happen to be standing next to Rob at the time when he decided to introduce himself. And so next thing you know, he's following me. And that's what we do with our retargeting ads if we haven't had a conversation. So,
okay. Or with our regular ads, like not even retargeting, right? If we're just doing like,
hey, buy this, I'm here. My product is awesome. And they're not there for your product. They're there to show themselves off on Facebook. That's why we're on Facebook. We're bored and we want something to entertain us, or we want to portray who we want the world to appear that we are to everybody else. That's why we're there. We're there to, that's what we're doing on Facebook. So we need, as marketers, come alongside our audience and help them become their perfect selves on the platform. And if we talk about us, we need to listen more. And honestly, that's why I love ManyChat. And I love this event because it teaches us, you're going to literally give us strategies where we can listen to our people and have a conversation with them that's not a spammy, buy my product right now way.
Okay. So, and there, I'm so stoked about what you just said. And I want to add one other thing that's going to happen at conference that goes in with that. But before that, I have a question, because I think oftentimes when we talk about stuff like this, like what you just shared about Rob, I know that I have been approached like that also by someone in the same thing where I had to stop them. And I said, you didn't listen to anything I just said. Like, that's not the problem that I want to have right now. But I also know that I have actually been there when I first got started. I know at one point I went up to my awesome friend, Christy Miller, and I said, do you need more confidence? I didn't know her very well. And she was like, no, actually, I'm good. Like, now knowing her.
No. But that's exactly what we do when we say, I'm a parenting coach. I'm going to give you parenting advice. Yep. And you're like, are you saying I'm not a good parent? Like, I think I'm good. Okay, my kids had a temper tantrum last week. Really? Are you going to throw that in my face? Like, that's exactly what we do, guys, with our ads to our people.
Totally. Or sometimes even in our videos, or sometimes, and this is where I was going to get to this, is like what Rachel just described and what I just described about Christy, is we do this at events when we meet people in real life. And like the way that we're having conversations in real life can translate into our ads. So I just want to clear the air and say, have you ever like, are you being a salesy weirdo now?
I've probably done it last week. So like, right, we're all doing this. It's just, we just also want to say we don't want to be that person.
And we want to consistently remind ourselves to think like, and I love what you said about, do you really love your audience, or are you here for some other purpose? And if you can, I always love to say we have an intention and we have an objective. So the objective is obviously to like make sales somewhere or whatever it is. It could be something different for you. But the intention is really to serve and to connect and to listen. And at the Conversations Conference, you get to talk to real human beings.
I know. I loved it. I remember actually the last one, we'd had so much fun talking that we like got drinks and we sat on the floor. Yeah. Like we were on the floor for like until 2 a.m. And they're like the vacuum cleaner's out and like, we're still there talking. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. And actually Max shared earlier also, I don't know where the comment went. I lost it already. But when you come, this is how it was last year, which this year, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go. But when you walked in last year, it was like, oh my gosh, all of the ManyChat shirts, the swag. So if you are like, wanting to be able to represent your favorite bot building company, then you all should show up just to get an awesome shirt. So the Conversations Conference is in September. This is the Meet the Speakers series of the Conversations Conference. And when you give us the word moolah right here, we are going to send you show notes from today. So extra nuggets that Rachel's going to be sharing, continuing to share. We're also going to give you a chance to get 15% off of your ticket. So get that now if you don't have it. And I have a little poll we started. Did you see our poll?
No, I'm with you.
Oh my gosh, this is cuckoo cachoo, y'all. So look at this. I asked, do you build bots? And we have 48% says yes, duh, and 52% says not yet.
Well, it could be that they're just beginning their page. So if you're one of those people who you need to start a page, you do need to start a page first. So like you have to have a cover, you have to have a profile, you have to have some content on there. But after you've got those up and running, and I usually say once you have about like 100 to 1,000 fans, somewhere in there, because you have to actually learn how to post content and talk.
Yeah. Some of the strategies that we all are doing with messenger bots can be done individually as a human. It's just at some point you're going to get to the point where it's too much to be able to handle all of the conversations. So, okay. And June, I'm going to bring your comment to light. Dude, girlfriend, reach out to one of us because it is cray user friendly. It's just a different way of looking at things. So there are so many people in the Facebook group. There are, trainings that ManyChat has. Rachel and I can help you. I promise you. Some of the strategies that are shared seem really complicated, but in order to get started, you really only need just to use a few of the magical things that are available within ManyChat. So I promise you there are ways for you to get started really quickly. So let's actually, Rachel, finish out this little ecosystem, and then maybe we can share some of the best tips for getting started right away.
Sure. So we have our page drives people to the video and drives people to chat. And then because I do coaching and I have lots of human interaction between my customers so that they trust me. If you have a low ticket product, you may not need a lot of trust factors. But if you need trust factors, the next thing we encourage you to do is have a group. And so here it is. Here's my group. And I am going to drive traffic from Messenger into my group, and from my group back to Messenger, and from my video into my group, and from my group back to my videos. So this way I'm able to capture people with video views. I'm able to capture people on email leads because I have quick replies set up on my Messenger. I'm able to capture people into a group because sometimes people don't read their emails. And sometimes people, I don't want to pay for them to see my ads. So I want them to engage with me. So this is how I see the Facebook ecosystem. And we've actually used this with several of our students. And one of our students told me that he makes $7,000 now every time he goes live. And what he does is he goes live on his page, but he sends a messenger out to the group members, not to everybody, but his segmented group members, to tell them to go watch the video. While they're on the video, he has Messenger set up to tell them, come buy my products, and then they go buy. So that is kind of the system of
and what is he? Can you tell us what he's selling? Like what type of products he's selling?
Wreaths.
What'd you say? Wreaths?
Wreaths. Like door hang. You put them on your door.
Okay, my favorite thing about Rachel is that, and like I have clients with like random things that sell like skin tag removers and do over 100,000 a month, like things like that. But I love hearing from you, like the random things.
And he's gonna be at ManyChat. He's gonna be there. It'll be fun.
Okay, and I think this also, like for me, something else that I love that I know you are you talk about as well is like the power of a niche, like the power of like a very specific thing that you're talking about or that you're offering. So wreaths, skin tag removers, like these things.
We've had one client who had weddings with llamas. I'm pretty sure that's the weirdest niche I've ever heard of. But yeah, for a year and a half, I helped a company that does weddings with llamas. So if you want to get married with a llama, like walking down the aisle with you.
What about alpacas? Do they do weddings with alpacas? Because I think that is something I might be into because I love knitting and crocheting.
I never thought of that. Whenever I was like planning my wedding, that wasn't something that came up on my like, oh, I'll do that. Or even like on the radar of possibilities. So it's kind of
right, totally.
There's a niche for everything, guys.
Okay, so I want to know, what is it that you sell if you're watching this right now? Like, what is the thing that you would love people to purchase? I always like to also stay open to if you have like a movement or a cause that you're supporting, and if you're involved with a nonprofit, there's still ways that you want people to give you money, because a lot of nonprofits will focus on like just donate money, but there's ways that you can make that donation crazy valuable for them. So I love it.
Yes, let us know what you do. We'd love to hear it.
I'd love it. Okay, so we have a great question from Leah, who is amazing. And Leah wants to know when the conference is. So it is in September. It is September 13th through 15th. The 13th is the agency day. And then we also have 2 days that are open for everyone. So if you don't come to the agency day, you can come to the rest of it. We have two separate tracks, I believe. And it's in Austin, which is one of maybe my most favorite place in the world. Like if I had to, I really love New York City and I love California where I live, but Austin is like seriously awesome. So it's here. And then thank you, Farah shared the conversationsconference.com is where you can read more information. But if you give us the word moolah, we're going to give you a special code that you can use to get 15% off. And it's pretty awesome. So super good. Okay, so that's an amazing ecosystem. I love it so much. We have a strategy that we use called the Map to Millions, which I'm going to be sharing at conference also. And this is how we've used messenger bots and a way to announce our videos using messenger bots to get more people to our videos. So we've had a video hit a reach of 1 million organic, not 10 million, but 1 million. It's still pretty cool. So I'm telling you, there's so many ways that you can use these bots to bring those conversations. And it's really, in my mind, it's a way to scale those one-on-one relationships, right? Like you have that contact, that human connection, whether it's via the video or chatting with someone in your group, and then you're actually able to scale it, which it's like magic.
It is. It's amazing how you can build those relationships and conversations convert. So if you can always just remember that a person who has had a conversation with you, they're going to trust you a lot more because they've had that interaction, and they're going to be primed to be your perfect customer. And I have a child that will not quit knocking the door, so I'm going to try to keep ignoring them. But if they continue, they just might be entering.
I'm all about kids on our videos, so it's okay. The only time that it was ever a problem is the fact that my 5-year-old, who has been 4 and 3 while I've been on videos, often likes to talk about using the restroom, which I'm like, that is not a topic for our videos.
And I get to run my business with tools like Messenger from my house during summer break with kids in the other room. So,
oh my gosh. Boom. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. So let's talk about getting started with Messenger. So, I would love to know how you first found out about it. And then for some of the people, especially since we have in our poll here, if you've not taken it, our poll here, we have 46% of our users have not actually built bots yet. So I would love to know like what your first tip is for getting started with bots. So share with us how you found out about it and then how you suggest that people get started.
I think one of the early adopters. I feel like I was one of the first people on ManyChat, and I also got on Chat Fuel at the same time. And ManyChat was just such a better tool. So so sorry, Chat Fuel, I love you too, but no, I didn't. I'm sorry. Like, okay,
so I just want to say that also. We're here obviously on the ManyChat page, but I have also tried other tools, and there is absolutely
no comparison.
No comparison, especially for the amount of how easy it is to use, the way that they listen to the community and add new features in all the time. Which I get that for some new people, it may be like, whoa, there's so many options, but no, that's really because the company is so amazing and they are consistently out there listening.
All the options. Like, have I made flows? Yes. I might make one flow every couple months and I turn it on and I kind of run it on an autopilot type of thing. What my favorite tool is in the messengers is the growth tool. Like, I could just camp out on growth tools and like live in growth tool land forever. And basically that means kind of like this one where you're live, you comment, you get on my list. What I then do with that list is I might remember to tag you and put you into a segment or sequence. Probably not because it's me. But now I retarget you later and I drive you to that group. Once you're in my group, I have a collection of people that are in.
Okay, so let's talk about that also really quick. So if you're using Facebook ads, one thing, this is a little more advanced, but one thing that ManyChat lets you do is you can add people automatically with the click of a button to a custom audience on Facebook. So you don't have to build an ad every single time if you're doing retargeting ads from that. Once people get in, if they click a certain thing, say they're interested in something, you can retarget them. It's crazy.
It is so stinking powerful, so stinking cool. And and here's the thing, I know about those tools, and so often I forget to go back and do those tagging. So here's the thing, you can still make multi-millions with ManyChat without doing all of the things. Do those things help you get there faster? Yes. But if you're one of those people who's overwhelmed, ManyChat makes it super dang easy. Okay. So like you're there, build those conversations, and then from those conversations, send out a broadcast that then drives them to that soft sell that then sells to them.
Yeah. And so with the broadcast, I know we've gotten a lot of questions about the broadcast. So Evelyn, Cam Fam in the house, where'd your question go? Evelyn said, how do you get them to get on your videos? So one way is to send out a broadcast, like Rachel just said. And I know a lot of people have been concerned as changes are happening with the broadcast about what types of broadcasts you're able to send out. I just want to highlight that just a couple weeks ago, maybe even 1 or 2 weeks ago, ManyChat added something to the broadcast that is so flippin' awesome. And for Facebook Lives, I know I can't believe we haven't actually talked about this, Rachel, but for Facebook Lives, the fact that we have this confirmed event reminder inside ManyChat is like gold. So when people say they want to join you for your Facebook Lives, this is how I've been doing it. ManyChat has not told me to do this. This is just how we're interpreting it. But are you using that confirmed event reminder?
I'm using it if they've opted in to get my event. Like I tell them, I'm going to tell you next time I go live. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So that's part of my sequence when they come in. So they're all cool with getting my confirmed events because they said they want. Sure, that's not exactly how that's meant, but like. And so for us, like that's the line that we're walking right now. And we are. And it's a line, guys. And that line, we're going to figure out that line as it goes. Yeah. And I know it's probably going to get tighter, which means now's the time to build that list.
Amen. So like as rules change, because we don't own Facebook, right? Like this is why it's important. Hold up your little graphic again.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is why it's important. I love that when you highlighted that little messenger bubble right there, you may have missed it. But one thing that Rachel said is that she's also always getting people's email addresses. She's not simply having them inside Messenger. We're getting them off of Messenger, off of Facebook as well, because we are full human beings. Sometimes technology goes down and we want to make sure we get phone numbers even. Like there's other ways that you can communicate with people. But the
other cool thing is you've got that 24+1.
Yeah.
So for me, I love to collect as many people as I can who've made a comment with me. And then I just make sure I'm regularly tagging, getting my people into my Messenger again and again. So I always have a huge audience of +1s.
Okay.
I had an opening launch. I have 8,000 people on my Messenger list, which is more than half of my page is on, more than half of my page audience is on my Messenger list. And then of the people on my Messenger list, I had 2,400 of them that I was able to hard sell with my +1. And I made my +1 something where they couldn't resist engaging with. So now I had an audience of even more people that I could continue to +1 during my launch cart. So I want you to think strategically of that +1. You're not limited. I mean, we have a lot we can do, y'all.
Seriously. And I love what you said about getting people to re-opt in, because sometimes we'll have clients that are like, the people who opted in this week were already on our list. Like, or,
that's exactly what you want.
I know. I'm like, it's them saying yes again. It's all about those micro commitments. And it's opening up not only the conversation for Facebook sides that we're following the 24+1 rule, but also as a human, they're consistently saying, yes, I want to be there for your video. Mm-hmm. Right? I want to have that conversation with you.
I want to be in on all this action. Yeah, totally.
Seriously. Okay, wait, this question makes me laugh. Helen says, how do you two people, I thought you said live together at first. I was like, we don't live together at all. We both have our own children in our own houses, but you meant live together.
I bet though we would be hilarious together because we talk super fast. And if you are talking this fast and this crazy, like on live, you should just see us in person because we have fun.
Also because here on the video, we are going live together with the magic of Be Live TV, one of our favorite tools here. So that's how I'm able to be like, Rachel, go full screen, and me go full screen, and both of us together, and like remove this and do all kinds of magical things. So you can go to b.live if you want more about that. And then what's really cool also is that when we set up the broadcast ahead of time, like we did, we already had lots of comments and people who had said they were ready for this video because we pre-scheduled it, and we can combine it with ManyChat, which is so awesome. But I also want to say that when we are in person together, I think Rachel and I both are like, the other thing is when I first met you, I was like, I don't know very many people who maybe have more energy than I have.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, dude, I've met my match.
But it's so like, we have to stay in boxes inside this camera right here. We're not able to move around or we'd like knock things over.
I'm just active in real life too. So.
So awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad we have so many B-Livers here too. I love it. Oh yeah, Max, good point. So when we ask for their email using ManyChat, this is crazy amazing that it auto-populates their actual email that they use with their Facebook account, which is super, super crazy cool. I love it. So amazing. Okay. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, so let's like get back because we got a little like technically amazingly ninja there. Back to if someone was just getting started, what's like the first 3 steps they should take with ManyChat?
Set up ManyChat, and then I would set up a growth tool. So that's when you go live, you're going to schedule your lives using a tool. We use StreamYard, they use BeLive. You use your tool, you schedule your lives, and then set up with that link your first growth tool. That would be my first tip. My second tip would be to set up another growth tool, but that one would be a landing page one. That link you're going to give to people in your groups. You're going to put it on your profile. If people have questions, you can send people this link so they can get more information from you. Why do I want you to do that? It helps you automate those communications with your audience so you don't have to work as hard. Now, I see a lot of people who, I'm sure you guys have too, where you go to their website and what pops up is do you want to know my hours? Do you want to know my sale? Do you want to know those things? And don't start like that, because that's starting with being Rob.
Well, that's being a salesy weirdo, right? We don't want to be a salesy weirdo.
Do you want to know what hours my refrigeration store's open? No, actually, Rob, I just got here. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I want to know how much it is and if it's on sale. So instead, what kind of refrigerator are you looking for? Are you looking for a refrigerator? Do something.
Do you eat food?
You want to have something where they respond to you. As soon as they respond to you, then you get them in the list. If you start with, do you want to know my services? They're not compelled automatically to respond to that. Do you want to know what hours we're open? They're not compelled automatically to respond to that. So you want to have an answer that literally is, are you my perfect customer? Are you someone looking for a refrigerator? Are you someone who has a working fridge, or is your fridge broken? Working fridge or fridge broken? He gets it both with that one, right? So for you guys, do you eat food? Do you eat food in a refrigerator? Like, ask something that compels the answer that they're going to give. So like for me, if I was a parenting coach, just because I used that example a little while ago, I would say, do you have children? The answer is always yes. And how old are they? So that way they have something they're compelled to give me an answer. It's a duck answer, just to get them into my bot where they've responded to me. Hey, now that you've told me about this, do you want to know more about blah, 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 blah? Now you've got them talking to you. So now they're going to be more open to hearing your answer. So I always start with a question back to my audience.
And it's so awesome because a lot of people get worried about engagement bait with stuff like this. If you've missed that, Facebook announced a rule a while ago, but somewhat recently, that they're like really hardcore cracking down on engagement bait. But this is something we've been talking about for so long. And I love you have lists of words. How long have you been giving out that list of words? Like,
Facebook knows about it. So some of the words don't work anymore. I have replacement words. So like I'd say, instead of saying free, say this phrase. Well, my list isn't so effective anymore because I have Facebook in my community. So I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
Okay, so one of them, if you don't know what we're talking about, things like,
I have a list of banned words, and it is an effective list in the sense if you say things like giveaway, discount code, free, buy now, buy one, get one free. All of those types of phrases, Facebook's going to depress the content, or they may consider it clickbait, like, hey, like my post, share my post, comment below. Those are all clickbait. But instead, you could say things like, y'all have a sister who needs this. That's a way.
Or I love even what you just said about the fridges. We get so worried about like tricking the system instead of just saying, do you have a fridge? You're just asking a question, right? I don't think if you're just asking a question, or like, tell me what you love about your refrigerator. Tell me about leftovers, like other, things like that. When you're asking open-ended questions like that, you're not going to be triggered because you're just asking a human question. So we have some awesome questions coming up in here, also in the chat. My favorite thing to say when we ask people to, like when you said, y'all know a sister who needs this, like, I love it. Mine is to sprinkle this amongst your community. Like, there's all kinds of words that you can come up with as a human being that match your brand, and that are completely weird words.
I've gotten we have so many students now that my words that I tell people tend to be squashed later. So
right. So this is why it's even more important to come up with your own things. Like I saw, we had some people earlier, like Evelyn gave us a hashtag nugget growth tool, because oftentimes in my videos, I'll do a giveaway where I say, if you give us the hashtag nugget and share what it is, like, you're going to be entered in a giveaway. I didn't say that today, but we have people who remember things, right? Super awesome. Okay. So look at this. Cece says, thank goodness for Rob approaching Rachel at a party. He's given her such a great example of what not to
I tell him I feel bad for this poor guy, but boy, he was very persistent. So.
Oh my gosh, wait. Gina, I love you. She says the middle school joke is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it.
I love it. That's awesome, Gina.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, and if you're watching this in a watch party, by the way, we can't see your comments. So make sure you join us here. We're on the ManyChat page. Join us live. Okay, Leah says, is this on your website or your Facebook page? So I think I'm not sure which
ManyChat. You can have like put a landing page so that they can join your messenger. And I have done that one from my website, but I'm talking just about Facebook because for me, Facebook is kind of where I get the most engagement. It's where I want to kind of keep the engagement. So do I have websites that, my website got, it gets between 1 and 2 million page views, unique page views every single month. So I have a website with lots of people, but I want them to engage on my Facebook and then to Messenger. Messenger's like my deep place. So that's the place where I'm building that deep relationship. So the website goes to like Facebook, it goes to the group. And then from there, I get them into Messenger. And then from Messenger, I'll send them back to my website whenever I have a new post and I want to re-engage or I want to get them to pin something for me. I might do that over Messenger and then I make a pin go viral. I've done it a lot of times. It's so cool. But I do that because I want my deep people on Messenger. I don't want the world on Messenger.
So that's even an extra step in that ecosystem is like with the show notes that we're doing today, we have those on a blog post. So we're sending them back to the website, right? So there's little like offshoots that you can have to really grow that ecosystem also, which I love so much. I just want to share an example of the landing page that you gave earlier, because within ManyChat, this is just a landing page that I don't even actually use that much, but it fits in really well with what you're talking about. So this is a landing page that we have that I just created really as an example to show people what landing pages are, but it's like a standalone website and it invites people into our Facebook group. Mm-hmm. So it's another way to be able to, if you don't have like an actual website, it's another way that gets people to, it's like a solid thing that like, what do you guys use? Or do you have a link that you could share with us that we could go to a landing page that we can show?
I don't even know it off the top of my head. I'm so sorry.
That's the only one I remembered, but that's okay.
I don't know in my head anymore.
That's okay. And that's all created right now.
I have like 50. So
I know. And I love it. That's not even one that I actually use. I use it as an example. But the fact that you can create that landing page inside ManyChat, you don't need a website. You don't need a whatever. You can put a pixel on it. It's seriously so awesome. So cool. Okay. So Ellen says, I use ManyChat to register people for an event, series of questions, and then zap it to a Google Sheet. # beautiful. So cool. Okay. They don't like small video screen on their phones. June, I think that we need to have a talk about some positivity because maybe there's like some ways that we can like shift some of this because it seems like maybe there's some mindset stuff in there, just to be super honest. So I'm happy to talk to you about that if you want. Okay. The poll that we're doing, we use with Be Live. You can do a poll though. That's a question that came up too. We can do a poll on regular Facebook.
Yeah.
Like just straight up Facebook.
We had one of my students inside my course made me a messenger bot that it does like a poll, but it's a poll that you're playing heads or tails, like a game. And so you're flipping a coin and it's like a gift that literally flips the coin. And then they answer the poll question while the coin is flipping. And then when they lands, it's like I don't know exactly how to explain it, but yeah, it's really kind of cool. He made a game with his bot with flipping a coin.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I love it.
He gave it to me.
It's so cool. And so those are the types of people that you're going to be able to meet when you come to the Conversations Conference.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So good. So tell us do you know the exact title of your talk? Like we're on a panel together, right? Also, I think I need to look back at that sheet. I don't know. We might not be. But.
It's going to be awesome. And it's a killer, amazing title. Just letting you know, it's killer and amazing.
Okay.
And I've got one of the memories like a sieve. So if it's not in front of me, I'm like, yeah, I'm gone. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so it's going to be awesome. She's going to be teaching about this Facebook ecosystem. If we want to learn more from you, like right now, like we can't wait until the conference and we want to learn more about you right now. What is the best way to connect with you?
Moolah Marketer is my Facebook page. And from there, if you comment on stuff, you'll probably be sent to my group. And from my group, yeah, I have a free group and my messenger, my page, Moolah Marketer. What in the world? My tongue is not cooperating. But yes, I'm a Moolah Marketer, guys, and I love helping people grow audiences. And part of that growing your audience is going deep with an audience, and Messenger really makes that happen for us and for all of our clients.
Amen. So moolah marketer, just like the word moolah that you are giving us below this video, moolah. And great question, Lisa says, do growth tools work retroactively? And they do. So Lisa, when you set up a growth tool like this, like where it says moolah, anyone who's watching this in the future, it will continue to work. The only thing that's tricky is if you set up a growth tool, like some people had actually commented on this video before the growth tool was set up and they didn't get responded to. When we connected the growth tool, there's like a handful of people that we need to go back and respond to as a human being, but that's not that crazy hard to do. So, if you get started,
I use Facebook has a way for you to use when you go in your business manager, you can click on the page and it will tell you who did not get a message response. So you can see response and message for the people who didn't get a response. So for me, guys, I'm just as bad at that. I always forget to set up my messenger before I go live. And so it's kind of now part of like my MO. After I go live, I go back in and I reply to all those people that published before. And I think the combination of using Messenger and Authentic Me, because that's not my plan. My plan is always to set it up ahead of time. But being also me, I forget. I think the mixture of doing me and Messenger, because Facebook sees that some of the comments are coming authentically, helps my Messenger bot keep its high relevancy and high review score. So.
Totally true. And this is something that happens with Facebook Live. A lot of people are worried about going live. Can I share what we talked about right before we went live about?
Oh, you're good. I'm on my open book.
Okay, I know, which is another reason that I love you. So many people are concerned about creating live videos that are like polished and perfect, right? I was even like saying that I was worried beforehand because the sun is not out. Randomly, it's raining and like 1,000,000 degrees today, but the lighting in here is a little funkier than usual. So I was like, my light is all weird. But I think that actually when we are showing up as human beings and little things go wrong, I'm sure this is the case for you, Rachel, that you found that it actually increases the trust factor.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so before we went live, I said to Rachel, I'm going to show your whole screen right now. Yeah. See on the very bottom, how like the bottom of her screen is showing right there. So I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that if I put you full screen, like the bottom of your screen is going to show. And I don't know if that matters to you. And she was like, oh, I'm like, authenticity is all my thing. So if you want me to move it, I'll move it for you. But really, I'm good. And I find exactly the same thing. Like when I do a webinar, oftentimes I'll go like this. So I'm here. You can only see black behind me right now, but I'll turn my thing and I'll like show things on purpose that I'm really just like up against a wall. There's nothing happening, So like making things as messy as possible. Not
just real with your audience. And part of that being real is, hey guys, by the way, you got in before the bot did, so I'm going to send you the bonus here. Did you have any questions? I think I can follow up with you since this is a real live Rachel. You're not talking to the bot right now.
Yeah. It's like amazing. It's super, super, super awesome. So I love it. And June says, June, I love you. And I'm so excited as how you're going to be like stepping into all of this magic, because I know that it can get scary. And the more that we can stay focused on the brilliance of it, like Rachel said, being an early adopter with this kind of stuff is when it really works, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we see people grow their messengers by thousands even now. So it's not like you don't need it to, you don't sit there and think, I missed the bandwagon because Rachel was an early adopter. I'm not going to have it now. You're still an early adopter at this stage, guys. You truly, truly are.
Like 1,000,000%. So yes. And Janine says, so juicy. Will this be a replay? Yes, the replay is going to be available as soon as we're done. So you can watch it again and again and again. And usually I'll say you can watch it like in fast motion, but you can watch it like in slow motion, maybe if you want to.
Yeah, I fast. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to wrap this up. We're going to bring Farah back on also just to give us any last little word. And then Rachel and Farah, don't leave because I want to get a screenshot of us that we can use as a thumbnail for our video. Oh my gosh. Any other questions that you have, you can post them here. Keep an eye out for the show notes. Make sure you actually reply to our messenger bot. You don't comment again, you actually reply. So when you get that message from Manny, the messenger bot, reply to him with the word moolah to get the show notes. It's going to be pretty awesome. Janine says she's going to watch the video and go pause, play, pause, play to get all the notes. Make sure that you join us in September at Rachel's session. It is rare that you're going to get so many, I will say, brilliant humans in one room together. I would dare to say that it might not ever happen aside from this conference because it's so specific and so awesome. We're going to bring Farah back on, but any last word you want to give us, Rachel, before we do?
Thank you so much, Molly. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate what ManyChat has done for my business. So I know personally that I don't think I would have the finance, the money that I've earned if it weren't for this platform helping me go deeper and helping me have conversations with my audience. So thank you guys.
Amen. All of the love for ManyChat. All right, Farrah, let's bring you back on. And she's coming in right now.
Oh my God. Hi, Molly. Hi, Rachel. Wow, that was amazing. I don't know about you, but Rachel, the information you shared today was so insightful, and I just can't even imagine the stuff that you're going to bring to the conference. Like, this was just only a snippet of what you're going to talk about, and like you actually had some like hands-on things, you know, the little image. Like if you want like a hands-on experience, you should come to conversations and you're going to learn these best practices. It's amazing. So thank you, both of you, for sharing all of this information. Again, don't forget to come, type in Moolah for show notes, register, get your ticket for conversations. We have a discount, 15% off. It's R Miller 15, so make sure you get that, lock it in. Prices are going up today or later today, so come join us. It's going to be fun.
And this discount is off of the current price right now. So you want to make sure you use this discount right now because prices are going up. If you're watching this live, they are going up tonight, right? Yes. I believe it's tonight. Yes, tonight. Yeah, so get on that.
So snag the tickets beforehand and book your hotel, get your flights.
And this is going to be your chance to sit on the floor with Rachel Miller and ask her questions.
I'll leave them until 2 a.m. if it's anything like last year.
I love it so much. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Sprinkle this amongst your friends if you know that they would like to be there too. And Farrah, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's an actual, you can get an even a deeper discount if you buy your tickets in threes. Is that true? Like if you pair up with a friend and bring 3 people together?
Yeah, we have group discounts. It's on our on the registration page. So get a group together and you can get a good group discount. Totally.
I love it. Amazing. All right. Thank you guys so much. We will be back next week. Rachel, thank you. I know you have kiddos and you have so many clients to serve and, you know, an awesome business that you're running. So we're so grateful for the time that you have taken to be here with us today. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. So good. I will see you soon. It is my absolute joy to be here with you from ManyChat, helping you to unlock your inner awesome and elevate it with the magic of Messenger Bot.